Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk about the Portland Trailblazers are signing Drew Eubanks to a 10-day contract. Sources tell ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski. Toronto waived Drew Eubanks after the trade deadline deal. I couldn't speak right there with the San Antonio Spurs. And Drew Eubanks played 148 games this past 4 years with the San Antonio Spurs. And I want to discuss how he fits onto this team. And the Trailblazers are a team that they're in the middle. They've created cap space because I think they've decided two things are going to happen this offseason. They keep Damian Lillard and they're going to use all this extra cap space to go after a big fish. Or they know Dame might leave, so they're going towards a rebuild. But I think it's the first one instead of the latter. And right now they've been running Anthony Simons, who's been awesome, okay? CJ Ellaby and Ben McLemore at the shooting guard spot, Josh Hart at the small forward position, Justice Winslow at the power forward position, Jusuf Nurkic at the center position with Greg Brown and Trendon Watford, who also just got an extension to a 4-year deal. Shout out to him. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Drew Eubanks coming in here. I think this is a good deal in my opinion because, look, Drew Eubanks this past year had actually been working on his three-point shot, and he's a guy who can play not only the center position, he can play some power forward, okay? He's 6'9". He's not the most athletic guy, but, he's got some size on him, and I really think he's a guy that, if given the opportunity, he can show that he can be a valuable part to a rotation. I mean, this past season in about 50 games, he was averaging, 5 points, 4 rebounds, and, shooting 53% from the field. And he'll shoot three-point shots. Like this year, he was shooting a few, every few games. And what he gives you is a guy who, he's not an elite rim protector, but he's a hustler. He'll go grab rebounds. He's a guy who can come in and play 15 minutes a night and be a good backup big for Jusuf Nurkic. And this is a team that, Cody Zeller's been waived, and they don't really have a backup center. And Trendon Watford and Greg Brown are more power forwards than anything. So Drew Eubanks gives them a guy who's only, a young guy, 25 years old, who they could potentially sign for the rest of the year, who could show his value, okay? He's a guy who I think he's more of a center than a power forward, but he can play power forward. But I really do believe that he's a guy who can come in here. And if you could look at his numbers, from 2019 to 2021, where he was playing about 14 minutes a night, and he shot close to 60% from the field, getting 6 points, 5 rebounds a game, and a block a game. And that's what I think they want. And I think he's a guy who could be very good for them and show his value in the league. Now, what do you guys think about him? I think Drew Eubanks is awesome. And I really hope they keep Damian Lillard, and this is all a move to create cap space so we're able to go and get a big fish one of the big free agents that are out this year. So I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that's the case because, it could be something else, but I do hope for the best. And I think Drew Eubanks will get good enough minutes behind Jusuf Nurkic, which is something I think everybody would love to see. And the Portland Trailblazers also signed G League guard Brandon Willams, who played Arizona, and so far through, I think it's this year in the G League with the Westchester Knicks, he has averaged 23 points a game. So they get themselves another guard because, like I said, CJ Ellaby and a few other guys are the only guy, and Ben McLemore were really their guard rotation behind Anthony Simons. So they needed it. Yeah, I think that's the video, guys. I hope you guys do have a great day. Let me hear your thoughts about Drew Eubanks, and if you guys like this signing. I'm at the library, hence the background instead of my usual one. Peace out.